how can corporations step up and help with issues like mental health?
They are doing a lot, actually. We, in terms of mental health in particular, a huge amount of support goes through corporate philanthropy on mental health issues. One example recently is we raised about $11 million to put 100 outreach workers on the streets after the pandemic, to basically support the city's efforts to deal with seriously mentally ill people living on the streets and in the subways. And but under city contract, those workers can't go into private spaces like MTA, ATM, vestibules. They can't go into restaurants, into stores if people are hanging out there, or coffee shops if people who are there who need help. So we funded a program with an organization which is the largest provider of housing for mentally ill people, Breaking Ground. And Breaking Ground hired 100 outreach workers who were in all the business districts of Manhattan and downtown Brooklyn. And we connected them by text to the employees of our companies. And the employees could text when they had an encounter with a homeless person on the street. They could text to the outreach worker. The outreach worker could come immediately. It's not like calling 311 and having it go off into Never Never Land. They could come immediately, and then they reported back to the employee who reported it. Here was the disposition. Was this person really homeless? Were we able to get them into some kind of treatment? Were we able to find out more? And they kept them informed of what was happening. So suddenly, instead of feeling afraid and distancing yourself from this population, everybody began to understand, the employees that were participating in the system, and there were like 7,000 of them, were understanding what was going on with these people, and they became individuals, and then they saw that there were ways to help them if we could get them off the streets. The average homeless street person is on the streets for 8 years. So I mean, it's very hard to get them into treatment or into support.